Every time a major new technology arrives, people panic about jobs. Every single time. When the power loom arrived in the 1800s, workers smashed the machines in protest. They were convinced automation would destroy their livelihoods forever. When the ATM arrived in the 1970s, economists predicted the end of the bank teller. When the internet arrived in the 1990s, experts said it would hollow out entire industries and create a jobless economy. They were wrong. Every time. And right now, the same panic is happening again with AI. But here's what the actual data says. And it might surprise you. Welcome to Atom Nation HQ, where we break down the biggest shifts in technology in plain English. Today, we're going to do something different. Instead of talking about the jobs AI is destroying, we're going to talk about the jobs it's creating and the salaries it's raising, with real numbers and with the lessons of history to back it up. Let's start with the pattern. Because before we get to 2026, we need to go back to 1969. That's when Chemical Bank in Rockville Center, New York, installed the first automated teller machine in the United States. A sleek box that could dispense cash without a human teller involved. The prediction was immediate and unanimous. Bank tellers were finished. Why would anyone need a human when a machine could do the job faster, cheaper, and without sick days? Here's what actually happened. Before ATMs, the average urban bank branch needed about 21 tellers to operate. ATMs cut that number to about 13. So yes, each individual branch needed fewer tellers. But something unexpected happened next. Because each branch now cost less to run, banks opened more branches. A lot more branches. And more branches meant more tellers. The total number of bank teller jobs in America didn't decrease. It increased. And kept increasing for decades. The ATM didn't kill the bank teller. It changed the bank teller's job. Cash handling became less important. Relationship building, understanding what customers actually needed, selling financial products, solving complex problems, became more important. The teller didn't lose their job. They got a promotion. Economist David Autor found that over 85% of employment growth in the past 80 years came from entirely new job categories created by innovation. Jobs that didn't exist before the technology arrived. Nobody in 1990 could have told you what a social media manager was. Nobody in 2000 predicted the app developer. Nobody in 2010 imagined the data scientist as one of the fastest growing careers on Earth. And nobody 2 years ago had heard of a prompt engineer, a role that now commands over $175,000 a year just for knowing how to communicate effectively with AI. That is the pattern. Technology changes jobs. It doesn't eliminate them. Now let's look at what's actually happening with AI right now, because the data tells a very different story from the headlines. Let's start with software engineers, because this is the group most people assume AI will replace first. The logic seems bulletproof. AI can write thousands of lines of code per minute. Anthropic's own research suggests AI could theoretically handle a huge portion of software engineering tasks. So software engineers must be disappearing, right? Wrong. Data from Lightcast, one of the world's largest labor market analytics companies, shows that global software engineering job postings have remained essentially flat since AI tools became mainstream. They haven't collapsed. They haven't even meaningfully declined. And at OpenAI alone, the company building the AI that's supposed to replace software engineers, there are currently 650 open software engineering positions. Here's why. What AI can do is write code. What software engineers actually do is much broader. They understand business problems. They design technology architectures. They figure out what needs to be built and why. They create testing frameworks. They make judgment calls that require context no AI model currently has. AI handles the code generation. The engineer handles everything else. And the everything else just became more valuable. The skills changing? Yes, it is. Data from Drought, which analyzes skills across millions of job postings, shows entry-level coding and basic testing slowly declining. But new roles like full-stack AI engineer and Gen AI engineer are appearing faster than traditional roles are shrinking. And the salaries? Software engineering pay has more than doubled over 15 years and went up over 15% in just the last year alone. AI didn't reduce what software engineers earn. It accelerated their pay growth. Now let's look at healthcare, specifically X-ray technicians. Because this is a story that started 10 years ago. When digital imaging became mainstream, economists made the same prediction they always make. AI can read scans better than humans. AI can detect cancer from imaging data more accurately than radiologists. The X-ray tech is finished. Here's what the data actually shows. Year over year, job postings for imaging and medical diagnostics are up 35%. Not down, up. Why? Because the AI handles initial screening, which means costs dropped, which means more people could afford imaging, which means volume skyrocketed, which means you need more technicians, not fewer, to handle the expanded demand. And the skills shifted. Less focus on reading the scan, more focus on patient care, data management, and human communication. The job didn't disappear. It got more human. This is the pattern that repeats across every technological disruption in history. The printing press didn't eliminate writers. It created an entire publishing industry that hadn't existed. The automobile didn't eliminate transportation workers. It created mechanics, gas stations, highway infrastructure, and eventually an entire interstate economy. The personal computer didn't eliminate office workers. It created software developers, IT departments, digital designers, and data analysts. And the internet didn't create the jobless dystopia everyone predicted. It gave us app developers, social media managers, cybersecurity experts, e-commerce specialists, and hundreds of other careers that didn't have names before the internet existed. The Information Technology and Innovation Foundation analyzed 260 years of American labor market data and found something remarkable. The period from 2010 to 2015, when AI, smartphones, and automation were supposedly destroying jobs at unprecedented rates, actually showed the lowest level of job disruption relative to job creation of any period since the 1950s. The panic is always louder than the reality. So what does all of this mean for you? Here's the honest take. AI is real. The disruption is real. Some jobs, the most routine, most repetitive, most structured ones, will shrink. That is already happening. Entry-level data entry, basic coding, routine customer service, predictable physical tasks. But that is not the whole story. And it has never been the whole story. What consistently happens across every technological revolution is what researchers are now calling the superjob effect. The technology handles the routine execution. The human handles the judgment, the creativity, the relationships, and the context. And that combination, human plus tool, becomes dramatically more productive than either one alone. The bank teller plus ATM served more customers than the bank teller alone ever could. The doctor plus AI imaging catches more conditions faster than the doctor alone ever could. The software engineer plus AI coding assistant ships better products in less time than the engineer alone ever could. That is not a story of replacement. That is a story of amplification. The US unemployment rate has hovered around 4.5% for years. Through every technological revolution, every automation wave, every panic about machines taking human work. Because humans do something no study of task automation can fully capture. We adapt. We find value. We create new things to do that nobody imagined needing. The question for the AI era is not whether your job will exist. It's whether you be the person who learns to use AI as a tool, or the person who waits to see what happens. History has a very clear answer on which approach works out better. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what role you think AI is going to create next that doesn't have a name yet. The best answers always come from this community. Hit the like button if this gave you a different perspective. Subscribe for weekly breakdowns on AI and technology that actually affect your life. This is Atom Nation HQ. New video every week. I'll see you in the next one.